As a tech-focused media like our peers, we have a number of cameras and other photography equipment in our studio, and we love them not just because they help us create content, also they are fun in their own ways. And oftentimes, we want these cameras to get the best possible image quality. But there are times when we realize that you first need to be able to capture something before thinking about image quality, and the huge bodies of those powerful performance cameras are not accessible in some special environments, and that's when you really need a camera that's as small as your finger, the Insta360 Go 3. In a usual review, I would start with the design, but with the Insta360 Go 3, I prefer to show you how to use it and the overall experience first. In fact, what surprised me the most this time around wasn't the dramatic change in the Go 3's form, but the magical result it had when it's working with all those upgraded accessories. My personal favorite is this multifunctional magnetic ball gimbal. You can not only mount the Go 3 in an action camera form, but you can also take the thumb-sized camera body out and mount it on the gimbal. And then you just need to mount this chassis with a nano glue plate to the bottom of the gimbal to put the camera on any surface. You can adjust the angle of the gimbal, whether you are shooting upwards on the ground or downwards from the ceiling, no problem. By the way, the bottom of both the Go 3 camera and this multifunctional expansion pod are magnetic as well, so if you can find some metal objects, you can also make it stay on that without relying on any accessories. The second accessory I'd like to show you is this retractable selfie stick, which is actually an accessory for Insta360 X series. But I've found that when it's paired with the Go 3, it can go through tighter spaces and capture incredible footage. I wouldn't call it a drone shot because it's more like the world captured through the eyes of a tiny bee or a butterfly. If you are keen on shooting some FOV video, Insta360 also offers you two very useful accessories. The first is this magnetic lanyard. You can mount the Go 3 on it horizontally or vertically, and then start recording with just one click. The Go 3's recording time is no longer limited by heat dissipation. It can record as long as it has battery and storage left. In addition to this, you can also get a clip base, which has a great adjustment angle, so you can clip it to a hat, the straps of backpack, or any other thin object. In fact, the body of Go 3 hasn't changed much from its predecessor, and if you don't put them side by side, you wouldn't notice at all that it's a bit bigger and weighs 10 grams more. You can see some small changes on the front. The indicators are now located at the bottom and are rectangular in shape, and this small hole under the lens is a new microphone, which has a very good noise cancelling capability. You can put on your headphone now to hear the difference between the sound it records and the macro on a flagship phone. Hello, this is Will from Gizmo China. This is the audio recorded by the smartphone. Is the audio quality good? What do you think? Hi, this is Will from Gizmo China. This is the audio recorded by the Insta360 Go 3. Is the audio quality better? What do you think? On the back, Insta360 has made some improvements to the camera's heat dissipation, and that's basically all the changes you can see. What's really groundbreaking is of course this multifunctional expansion pod, which isn't just a monitor with a few more control buttons. Image transmission is totally wireless, and when you remove the camera, the transmission continues within a 5-meter radius, and while there's still some delay as you go further, but the connection is always stable. You can use the touchscreen to address your video parameters, switch between modes, or apply built-in filters. It is incredible that the expansion pod is very responsive to all operations, and it will give you clear feedback with a good vibration and sound effects. It could be quite clear that it was more expensive to develop and manufacture it than the camera itself. The only regret with this amazing expansion pod is that it doesn't currently support IP68 waterproof. In terms of performance, the Go 3 doesn't currently support 4K video recording, but I guess these aren't problems after all. Like I said at the beginning, there are some scenes that are only accessible to the Go 3. On the other hand, I've found that those confined spaces tend to be poorly lit, so maybe the Insta360 should add a set of ring LEDs around the lens of the next generation. Insta360 offers 3 storage options for the Go 3, and even the 64GB version I got can record up to 4 hours of 1080p video, and data transfer is done through these metal contacts, so you may need to wait for a while when copying a large amount of footage. Luckily, you can also view and manage your clips through the app. In fact, it's recommended by Insta360 to create and share highly stylized short videos in one click through the app's AI features and templates, which is a really sweet option for newcomers. In terms of battery life, the Go 3 can record continuously for about 45 minutes at FHD resolution, which doesn't sound that long, but during the time of use, I was able to shoot clips with the Go 3 in a matter of minutes, and once it's finished, I would put it back into the expansion pod, and then pretty soon, I had a camera with a fully charged battery again. So I don't think that the battery life is going to be a trouble for you to boost your creativity. If Insta360 is the most creative camera brand, then the Go series is the most interesting invention. The Go 3, a small camera with a truly unique form, certainly has some drawbacks, such as the quality of the image in low light. The PC app is far less interesting than the mobile app in terms of functionality and performance. But these shortcomings will not matter after you use it to capture interesting footage, and a bunch of accessories to help you use the camera like playing a large open world game. The only limitation is your imagination. Thanks for watching, and if you're using the Insta360 camera, please leave your ideas and masterpieces below the video. I'm Will from Gizmo China. See you next time.